All right, all right, all right. Sorry about that, fellas and ladies. I'm back. I'm back and I'm back and I'm back. I had to conduct some business. I had to get off that live. But anyway, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, BucosLocker, coming to you again. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share all the videos. Make sure you hit the notification bell icon to notify you all new videos that's posted on this channel. Yes, indeed. Now we got to get back to the business. I apologize. Apologies. My bandits and my pirates, man. Apologies. I had to conduct some business real quick. You know what I'm saying? But I'm back now. And we about to have a discussion on what's going on. Give a couple shout outs there, Josh. I see you, Josh. Get the live chat going. Born ready. But yeah, so we about to, what's going on with the Bucs, man? The Bucs making some moves. I seen some articles being written about us, about our schedule, and the season around the corner. Everybody's excited. Saying I haven't been doing too much Buck news or Buck updates because as of right now, it's pretty much cut and dry on what we are. We're the number one team, and we're gonna do some damage. But I've been reading some articles. I've been reading what they've been saying about us. But I want to give a shout out to Tristian Wrifs. His play has been recognized as one of the top tackles in the NFL. Now, y'all know I'm not a big fan of PFF. I'm not a big fan of PFF. Their grading criteria is very, very weird on how they grade or rate players in some positions. But they had an article that came out. They rated tackles, and they had tackle rating, and it was the top 32 tackles. It was left and right tackle, and PFF had Tristian Wrifs at number 6, the 6th best tackle, period. Now, if you think about it, there are 32 teams. There are 32 left tackles. There are 32 right tackles. That's not counting backups. So that's 64 starting tackles. They had Tristian at number 6. I'm scrolling. I'm like, oh my goodness, they got Tristian Wrifs as the 6th best tackle already after his first season in the NFL. Now let that sink in, folks. And I forget the PFF ranking. It's just he's that good. I think he's highly rated in other offensive lineman categories too. As far as the websites. But you know me. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm like, shouts out to Tristian Wrifs, So I'm scrolling down. Y'all know who I'm looking for, right? I want to see. I'm scrolling down. Y'all know who I'm looking for. Donovan Smith. I'm scrolling. I get to number 10. I'm like, okay, if Tristian up there, I know Donovan got to be somewhere up there, right? I mean, they say he played really well. I'm scrolling. I get to 10. I get to number 15. I get to number 20. I get to 21, 22, 23, 24. I'm like, well, Donovan got to be top 32. 25, 26, 27, 28. No, still no Donovan. 29, 30, 31, 30. No Donovan Smith. What that should let y'all know? What that tell y'all? What that should let y'all know? Now, I know people been talking about Donovan Smith and he's played very well, and all this stuff like that. And like I said, I told y'all guys, Donovan Smith is an average left tackle. Nothing special about him. No special effects. No elite. He's not elite in anything. He's just an average left tackle. And I understand it's PFF, and I'm not a big fan of PFF and how they rate tackles and positions and all that. But the fact that Donovan Smith is not even ranked in the top 32 tackles according to PFF, that should tell y'all what type of player Donovan Smith is. What did I tell y'all last season? Tristian Wrifs as a rookie is way better than Donovan Smith as a fifth-year player. Y'all thought I was lying? Y'all thought I was playing? Tristian Wrifs is already leaps and bounds better than Donovan Smith, not even close. And personally, I think, in my opinion, Tristian Wrifs should be the starting left tackle. I think he'll be top 4 left tackle. He's a top 5 right tackle. He'll be a top 4 left tackle as well. Once he make the transition over, eventually he will. I think he will. He's too good of a player to be playing right tackle. No offense to right tackles. But Donovan Smith is an average tackle. If those of you that are firm believers of PFF, there you have it. If PFF is your Bible of how players are rated, then Donovan Smith's not even in the top 32 tackles. That alone should tell you right there. So shouts out to Tristian Wrifs. And Donovan, a lot of people didn't like the fact that Donovan Smith got an extension. He got an extension, which I thought was kind of interesting, like a 3-year extension. But I think if I'm not mistaken, two of those years are voided, right? Is 2 of those years voided? But shouts out to Tristian Wrifs, man. Big up to you. You got the recognition, man. People are taking notice. We took a notice last year in the Bucs community. We've taken notice of his play. We think he's the best lineman we got. And I know Ali Marpet is really good. Ali Marpet is always going to be a good guard. But let's be honest, folks. Tristian Wrifs is our best lineman. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts. Tristian Wrifs can play guard if he wants to. Let's just keep it 100. Let's just keep it 100. That was a great pick by Jason Light. Y'all know I'm not a fan of Jason Light and his draft picks. But that pick right there, that solidified. Like, eventually, he should move to the left tackle. Hopefully, he will. I think he will. You know what I'm saying? He's got to make the transition at some point because he's too good. And, left tackles are a premium position. And you want to have your best lineman, especially, that big and that strong and that's quick, playing left tackle. And Donovan Smith, man, I think Donovan Smith will be a elite or a upper echelon right tackle or even a top tier guard. But the Bucs feel like they can get another year or 2 out of Donovan Smith at left tackle, and then move Tristian over at some point because when Tristian get his contract, when his contract is up, he's gonna command big money, and the Bucs are gonna pay Tristian Wrifs. Oh yeah, so 2 years avoided. Yeah, so remember, folks, if you look at these contracts, I told y'all this is a 1 or 2 year window. So Donovan Smith got a 3-year extension, but 2 years avoided for a reason. So next year, we could be right back in the situation of what are we going to do with Donovan Smith? So the Bucs are trying to plan for the future. And Tristian is the future left tackle, in my opinion. But we're going to see. So shouts out to Tristian Wrifs. But Tristian Wrifs is our best lineman, period. Hands down. There's no arguing that. We can't. Let's cut the BS. Let's stop arguing. Let's stop trying to tap dance around the subject. But Tristian Wrifs is the best lineman. Now, in other news, AB signed his contract finally. He passed his physical. He had a little surgery that he had to get done as part of the game. A lot of guys at his age get off-season surgery, scope, stuff like that. So he signed his 1-year deal, 1 more year. So which is pretty cool, which is good. Shouts out to AB. After this year, I'm sure there's going to be some changes in the Bucs. Just based on the contracts that's being signed and the current contracts that are written right now, how they're set up. It's a lot of voided years the Bucs did. So there's going to be a lot of restructuring and stuff like that. Maybe some cuts and stuff like that. So next year, the team will be different. Definitely next year. The team would be definitely different next year. That's no ifs, ands, or buts. I think they're preparing for that too with those contract structures, with those voided years, Gronk, Brady, AB, Donovan Smith, and things like that. So we're gonna get one more. We're gonna get one more ride out of this roster, how it's currently constructed. As long as the Bucs can keep their core guys together, they'll be fine. But there's gonna be some changes. So, folks, let's enjoy this last season with the current setup, which is a good setup. They can run with this as long as possible, but it's very hard to run with this, 3, 4, 5 years down the road with the same roster. It's very hard. I think we all know that. So if we can get one more Super Bowl possibly out of this roster, that'd be great. Every year is different. It's parity in the NFL. Yeah, another tackle. Look, the Bucs draft O-lineman every year. O-line, D-line every year. First, second round. O-line, D-line every year. In my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because you can fill the receiver spots up second, third, fourth. You can get guys. You know what I'm saying? Running backs the same way. You can get a running back, second, third, fourth, fifth round. Say receivers, it'll always be first round pick, but you want your O lineman and D lineman to be elite. First round, second round, and even third round. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have to overdraft. But if you're gonna overdraft, get the lineman. So I think next year the Bucs will definitely draft some linemen next year, because if you look at the contracts next year, Alex Kappa, Ryan Jensen, Donovan Smith. So we gotta look, gotta get back in the trenches again. The D-line needs some more help. So I think once again the Bucs are gonna do another O-line, D-line type draft, in the first 3 or 4 rounds, 2 out of the first 4 rounds you're gonna get O-line, D-linemen. And then receivers will be finding receivers. We don't need receivers right now, but eventually we will. And the big talk about the Bucs is they a lot of people talking about us. We got a lot of expectations, in the NFC South. The NFC South is going to be lit. It's going to be a fun division to watch. And the Falcons fans, oh my God, Falcon fans, are you okay? Julio Jones said, "I'm out of there." Shannon Sharp called Julio Jones on national TV. What up, CJ? Yeah, I know AB signed. He signed it yesterday. Julio Jones said, "I'm out of there." He wants to get traded. He want to win. And the way the Falcons are set up, their defense is still horrible. You're horrible. Atlanta Falcons, your defense is trash. Yeah, I said it. You can't win with that defense. I don't care how many offensive weapons you have. But your defense is not good. You're not going to win more than 6-7 games at best. Not with that defense. But Julio Jones said, "I'm out of there." Julio Jones went out. He wants to win. I don't blame him. He's been playing, what is this truck doing? He's been playing with the Falcons for a long time. And remember, the Falcons had their window and they blew it. The Falcons had their window and they blew it. And then they drafted Kyle Pitts. It's funny how they draft Kyle Pitts and all of a sudden Julio wants to get traded. You don't find that coincidental? You don't find that a coincidence? You drafted Kyle Pitts and Julio Jones comes asking for a trade. It's real, folks. When they draft guys like that, they draft for the future. And that's what the Falcons did. They knew Julio was out of there. That's why they got Kyle Pitts. And Kyle Pitts is basically a receiver. Kyle Pitts is basically a receiver, a big receiver. Just like Julio. What he ran? 4.42? 6'5", 230 pounds? I mean, what do you think they drafted Kyle Pitts for? To replace Julio Jones. Watch. That's a big loss for the Falcons. I don't know where Julio's going to get traded to. He definitely not going to the Cowboys. But I don't know where Julio's going to get traded to. There's a number of teams inquiring. I'm thinking about the Patriots. The Patriots might pick him up. Um, the Packers, you know, we'll see though. But that's big news right there. The Carolina Panthers, they've been real quiet, sneaky quiet, if that makes sense. They've been sneaky quiet because you got to be careful with those Panthers, man. They're gonna be a sleeper team. They're gonna be a tough out. Matt Rule can coach. I like him. I like Matt Rule. Young coach, well, young in coaching years. Very good. He builds programs. You know what he's doing. He has the full support of the owner, and I like Matt Rule. You know, I watched him at Temple, and I watched him at Baylor. Man, the dude can coach, man. The dude can coach. I'm not too big on that quarterback though, Sam Darnold. I'm just talking about the NFC South, folks. I'm always talking about football. I don't just focus on our team. I watch. You got to watch the opponents, man. You got to watch the divisional opponents. You got to watch what they're doing. The Panthers made some moves. They got some things going on that's gonna be interesting. You know, McCaffrey's back healthy, so they're gonna be making some moves. They're gonna be a really tough out for a lot of people. They're gonna give Bucs. They're gonna give Bucs some run, but you know we just better than them right now. But stay tuned for the Panthers down the road, man. Stay tuned for them. They made some moves. Their quarterback gonna probably hold them back most likely. Not a fan of Sam Darnold. I think he's trash. But outside of that, they've rebuilt that roster pretty good. The Saints. Of course, I live in New Orleans, so I'm always watching what the Saints doing. That's our biggest threat. And you know, you want to make sure that threat is you want to do your research. You want to make sure that your biggest threat is in the division. You know, the Saints is our biggest threat. I think we all know that. I think we can all agree with that. The Saints have made a lot of moves this offseason. The Falcons they got a new coach. Julio went out of there. The defense still not good. But as far as the Saints, like I said, this offseason I've been watching what the NFC South do. What you do is if you want to observe what your opponent's doing, you start with your in-division opponents. I've been observing the Falcons. I've been observing the Panthers. And I've been watching the Saints as well. You know, I live in New Orleans, so I kind of know what's going on with everybody. The Saints is our biggest obstacle, you know, and I say that because of last year's results. Yes, we beat them in the playoffs. We beat them where it mattered. But for me and my goal for the Bucs, and what I want the Bucs to do is I want the Bucs to get revenge on the Saints and beat them bad. Beat them like they beat us in the regular season. We got the Super Bowl. We good. But I want the Bucs to beat them 38-3. I want the Bucs to destroy destroy the Saints really bad. That's because I live in New Orleans and they talk a lot of noise to me all the time. So I really want the Bucs to really beat the Saints. I mean, blow them out, embarrass them. Twice. We got them twice. Halloween and of course the back end of the season. And the Saints, they're in transition, right? They're in this kind of like reload, kind of rebuild type thing. They've made a lot of moves, a lot of transactions on their end. They lost some players. You know, they lost Emmanuel Sanders, Trey Hendrickson. They lost Sheldon Rankins, Jared Cook. You know, so they've lost some key pieces. Mike Jenkins. So they've lost some guys, some veteran guys. And they're replacing those guys with younger players, right? Emmanuel Sanders, and you know, and they're replacing those guys with younger players. So the younger players for the Saints have got to step up, right? And you know, of course, Sean Payton, elite level coach, you know, top 5 coach. Or I think we can all agree with that. We're talking about football, folks. Let's relax. We're just talking about football. So the biggest question mark that the Saints do have is at quarterback, right? And we all know who's over there, right? We all know. What up, Aaron? We all know who's over there in New Orleans right now. It's going to probably be one of the most watched situations in the NFL in training camp. There's going to be a lot of cameras in New Orleans. They're going to be focused on the Winston and Taysom Hill situation. Sean Payton keeping his cards close to the vest. I have an idea what he's going to do at the quarterback situation. I pay attention. I live here, like I said. I get the news and all that. So, don't follow the media narratives. But based on what I've been hearing, based on what Winston has been doing, all the receivers except for Michael Thomas and Alvin Kamara has been training with Winston. Adam Troutman, the tight end, has been training with Winston. Taysom Hill is in Idaho, training by himself, I guess, which is kind of weird instead of training with the receivers. But the telltale sign, folks, is all signs are pointing at Winston being the starter. I know we don't like it. I know we don't want to hear it, but there's a 99% chance that Winston's going to be the starter. Regardless of how you feel, regardless of what you've said about him, he's going to start. Based on the information I've received and what I've noticed in New Orleans, he's going to be the starter. Which is going to make the game against the Bucs even better because of the build-up is going to be crazy. You know, the Bucs versus Saints, Halloween. I'm going to be at the game. I'm going to try to get to the field. Most likely I get to the field. Get some pictures and stuff like that. Do a live on the field and all that. And then, of course, in Tampa, I definitely got to get to the game in Tampa. I'm going to try to find a way. But it's going to be a big game, folks. And we got to be game. We got to be ready because, you know, Sean Payton ain't no joke. Sean Payton can coach. He can coach. Regardless of how you feel about Winston. But what's up, Jay? Regardless of how you feel about Winston, Sean Payton can coach. Let's be flat out honest. You know, the Bucs have a challenge. They have competition. Now, outside of our division, there's some competition for the Bucs as well. Now, in the division is the Saints. The Saints is our competition. The Saints is the biggest problem, right? Outside of the division, you have the Packers, the Rams, the Washington football team, the sneaky Giants, the Seahawks, the 49ers, and the Cardinals. Those are our other competition. That's our other competition on what we got to focus on. Or not focus on, but what can be a problem to the Bucs down the road. But the Washington football team and the Giants are two teams that the Bucs can kind of might have some issues with. I think we'll beat them down the road. Well, we'll get to that, but the Washington football team and the Giants are going to be a issue because of how they're coached. Of course, the Rams going to give us some problems. Of course, Green Bay, they always got to put them right there. The Seahawks got to put them right there. The 49ers going to be a problem as well. The Cardinals are a problem. So it's not going to be a cakewalk through the NFC, folks. It's going to be because we're the hunted. We went from the hunters to being the hunted, because now every team that the Bucs play, they're going to be aiming at us. I mean, they're going to play super hard because they hear all the talking. They hear all the Bucs this, the Bucs got the number one roster, the Bucs got the number one defense, the number one offense, number one receiving core, the number one, top 5 quarterback. They hear it. They hear all the noise that's coming from the media about the Bucs. So you will be foolish to think that we're just going to walk through the schedule like it ain't nothing. That's not going to happen. The 20-0, not happening. In my opinion. If it happens, it happens. But in my opinion, I don't see 20-0. Don't see it. I mean, you can listen to the narratives and all that, but I don't see 20-0. But there's going to be a lot of tough games because every team, to the teams on the schedule, they're going to play the Bucs like it's their Super Bowl. We're the defending champions. We're the hunted. It's just what it is. Yeah, the Rams always give us problems. They do. Sean McVay can coach. I know we got the fourth easiest schedule, but don't get caught up in that. Every season is different. It's parity in the NFL. Do you know how hard it is to get back to that Super Bowl? You want to know why it hasn't been a lot of back-to-backs? It's hard. Everything got to fall in place to just keep going back to Super Bowl. You got to get some breaks. You got to get some breaks by the refs. You got to get some breaks by the fumbles and injuries. You got to factor in all these things that can cause a team to lose the season, lose or win. We don't know what's going to happen with the Bucs this season. But granted, we are the target because of what we have on our team. Because of what we've accomplished. So I'm not worried about, I'm not going to get caught up in that fourth easiest schedule crap. I'm not going to get caught up in that. All they did was crunch some numbers and they said, oh, well, the Bucs got the fourth easiest schedule. Okay. On paper. But remember, football is built on parity. What happens if the Panthers become really good? What if the Falcons become really good? You get what I'm saying? So, oh yeah, we got the fourth easiest schedule. We're going 20-0. Sit down. Have a seat right next to me. Let me talk to you about some football. If you think we're going 20-0. I told y'all what my expectations was when it comes to the Bucs season this year. But I want y'all to be humble and be humble. Understand this is football. You're a fan. You're a fanatic, right? Fan is short for fanatic. Don't let your emotions determine what's reality. I know you want the Bucs to run through everybody like it ain't nothing. We're going undefeated. Don't let your emotions cross over to reality. If you have ever played competitive sports, nothing is perfect. Never will be. Even in a win, nothing won't be perfect. So I'm going to need y'all to calm down, get your emotions intact, and be humble. And understand reality versus emotions. Our team is going to be good. We're going to be fine. But don't get caught up in la-la land. Like I see some of you are in la-la land and you don't want to be told nothing because you just, oh my gosh, I don't care what he's saying. I'm going by what I feel. Don't feel. Understand reality. Oh, I feel. Reality doesn't care about how you feel. Reality has no emotions. Especially when it comes to sports. Because you don't know what can happen in the season. Yes, the expectations is to win. Yes, the expectations is to get to the Super Bowl. But once the season hit, injuries. Can players step up? Costly penalties. Injuries at key positions. Struggling offense, struggling defense, missing field goal. Anything can happen. And we don't know what's going to happen. So you can go into the season with all these expectations, but when it don't happen, what are you going to say? Don't start making excuses. So this is why I'm coming into the season for the Bucs. I'm coming in with a healthy mindset of, okay, we got a Super Bowl. Super Bowl or bust, check. We got a Super Bowl. We brought everybody back, check. All right, we got according to what they saying is an easy schedule. All right, get it. Now I'm looking at all these teams around the NFL and what they're doing. Okay, maybe the schedule's not easy as I thought it was going to be. So my expectations is the Bucs are going to win some games. The Bucs are a playoff team. But to say we're going to the Super Bowl again, I'm not going to put myself out there like that because I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not going to interfere with reality. We're going to be a good team. We're going to win a lot of games. We're going to go to the playoffs. In my opinion, keyword, all caps, in my opinion. This is not counting injuries or, bad calls or other teams' injuries or anything like that. It's just based on going into the season, Do I think we're going to be in the? Do I think we're a playoff team? Do I think we're a good team? Yes. I haven't done my schedule breakdown. I haven't done my record prediction or anything like that. But based on what I'm seeing, we're going to be fine. But to go out on a limb and try to predict something that I don't know what's going to happen, that's a reach. Because I think what it is a lot of people get caught up. A lot of people get caught up in the fame, right? When you win. Now it's like when you're not used to winning, and then when you finally win, your expectations go out the roof, like throughout the roof. Think about this: we won the Super Bowl, and look how I'm talking. I'm talking like, okay, we're good. We got a good roster. We're gonna be a good team. We're gonna win a lot of games. Because the reason why this year is different from last year is because I see what we got now. Now the other teams got to catch up, or some of the teams were already there. They just had to make some adjustments, right? See, last year, I was like, we put this right here together short term, so we got to get it done. It had to be Super Bowl or bust last year. It had to be. Oh, you could swap it out. If we didn't win last year, this year would have been Super Bowl or bust. So we got what I predicted. One Super Bowl. And if you go back and watch my videos, that was the goal with this roster. And put the parts that was put together, we had to get one. Whether it was last year or this year, we had to get at least one with the roster. We got one, so I'm good. My expectations has been met. Anything after that is pretty much icing on the cake. If we don't win this year, if we don't win the Super Bowl this year, I'm cool with that. Because my expectations were achieved already. I made my prediction. I'm good. Now, if we keep winning, I'm even better with that. That's icing on the cake. But I told y'all my prediction last year. This is a 2-year window, and we got to get one. And we got one. A lot of people didn't like that. Yeah, there was a lot of pressure, but the Bucs did it. Yeah, they caught some breaks. Yeah, every team catches breaks going to the Super Bowl. We caught some breaks. We did. Every team that goes to the Super Bowl every year, some game or two, maybe 3, they catch breaks. Nothing is perfect in life. There's always going to be some roadblocks. There's always going to be like, oh, we got away with that. So this season, we're good. We're going to be a good team. We're going to win a lot of games. We're going to win some close games. That's just what it is. But for me, as BucosLocker, I'm fine. We got a shiny Super Bowl from 2020 or 2021 season. We good. Anything after that, icing on the cake. We are the champions. We are the hunted. But understand, folks, don't get caught up in the hype. We have won this, as a fan base, we got a Super Bowl in Tampa. Be grateful, because you don't understand how hard it is for those guys to go out there to win. I always go back to this. If you play competitive sports, you understand what I'm talking about. I've played competitive sports for a long time. It is hard to win every week and to win championships every year. It is hard. I've won a few championships. But my point is, every season is different. Yeah, you can go out on the limb with your predictions and say, yeah, you know what I'm saying, we're going to do this. That's cool, but understand reality. Once you start seeing the season play out, who knows what's going to happen? We can all guess. We can all have an opinion, but be humble. Be humble, because last season was lit. But now it's like, now you got to act like a winning fan base. The point I'm making is, as a Bucs fan base, we have not been used to winning for a long time. And then now that we won, it's like, now you got to act like we are a top level fan base. You got to act like we're going to be winning all the time, right? You know, that you got to start building that mindset up as a fan base, and stop arguing with each other, and start acting like a fan base, and act like a winning fan base. Yes, the expectations is to win the Super Bowl. Every year you want to win the Super Bowl, but you also want to have success, because you're not the only team or the only fan base. We're not the only fan base that want to win. There's only one Super Bowl champion. And for the teams that don't get to Super Bowl, is it a failure? So with the Bucs, how the Bucs are currently set up, we are set up for another run. It's going to be fun. It's going to be tough at the same time. Because we're the hunted. We flew under the radar for a little bit, and then we caught the hot streak. And that last, 8-9 weeks of the season, accounting the playoffs, we took advantage of it. The last 4 games of the season last year, teams wasn't good. The Washington football team with Taylor Heineke, a good win against the Packers in Green Bay. Defense played out of the we went to New Orleans and beat New Orleans Saints. Defense stepped up. Went to Green Bay. Defense stepped up again. Offense did what they had to do despite the turnovers. Then we get to the Super Bowl. The Chiefs had a bunch of backups playing O-line, and we took advantage of it. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take advantage of things like that. It's not our fault that the Chiefs O-line was hurt, that their left tackle and their right tackle and their starting guard wasn't there. It's not our fault. We took advantage of it. So look, I can want what I want, but I'm just telling you how I'm going to act. I'm going to act with confidence, but I'm also going to act with sense. I'm not going to be running around here trolling and acting a fool. I'm not doing that. Now, if they attack me, if other fan bases attack me in the comment sections and on Twitter and stuff like that, I'm going to fire back, but I'm not going to be the one initiating. I'm gonna respect every fan base, every opponent on the schedule. I'm gonna give them the respect. Now, if they come at me disrespectful, I got plenty of ammo, because you don't want to play with BucosLocker. I got plenty of ammo, and you ain't gonna win. But I'm gonna come at you with respect. Even the Bucs fan base. Some people that don't like me, that's cool. You ain't gotta like me, but I respect you though. As long as you respect me, I respect you. If you don't like me, that's cool. But everybody on that schedule that's on our schedule this year, I'm gonna respect their team, their coaches, their players, their fan base. Now, if they get out of hand, I'm gonna put them in their place. That's just the way it is. Because I ain't gonna let anybody just talk to me crazy now. But that's neither here nor there. I went on a tangent. But the point I'm trying to make, to sum it all up, this is gonna be a fun season. It's an exciting season. A lot of moving parts. Season full of parity. We don't know. That's the great thing about every season. We don't know what's gonna happen. But stay tuned. Because BucosLocker, we here. We're the defending champions. Our fan base is going to get a lot of hecklers this season. You ain't gotta heckle me. Keep that same energy to the other fan bases when they come at me, or when they come at you, or when they come at our team. From the media heads to the sports channels on YouTube, Twitter. If they come at the Bucs, go get them. If they be disrespectful, don't come at me. I'm good over here. I'm on the same team as you. I'm in the same fan base. Don't come at me. It ain't gonna work. You ain't gonna win. You wasting your time. This BucosLocker, this shit is different now. You know what I'm saying? Like, every season is different. You gotta make some adjustments. You come at me, I'm gonna get you. You don't bother me, I ain't gonna bother you. I'm gonna leave it like that. Anyway, I got some stuff to do today. It's nice outside. I gotta finish waxing my truck. Shouts out to all the bandits that joined the live stream, that came to the locker room to have a conversation with BucosLocker. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the videos, share the videos, and don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify you on all new videos that's posted on this channel. You don't want to miss any live videos, because I come out of nowhere with live videos. I don't do a lot of planning. I just make a video. Maybe I'll start planning about more videos. I don't know. Anyway, appreciate you joining the locker room. Y'all go ahead, take a shower, get dressed, go home, or go back to work, or whatever you was doing. BucosLocker, I'm signing out. Fire those cannons. Seize the day. Raise the flag. Hashtag we risked and got the biscuit. Hashtag facts over feelings. Hashtag be humble. Hashtag. I'm out.